Presenting D-Link DIR-841 MU-MIMO Wi-Fi Gigabit router. This device comes with 4 high-gain Omni antennas. The router works with 802.11a, B, G, N and AC standards and offers speed of 300 megabits per second on 2.4 GHz and 867 megabits per second on 5 GHz. This router can be installed and configured easily through the web-based setup wizard. Inside the box you will find the router, power adapter, Ethernet patch cord, quick installation guide and warranty documents. This product comes with standard brand warranty. Pay online using debit or credit card and net banking. For EMI options, replacement policy and further information, visit the product detail page.
Welcome everyone, and this is the D-Link DIR-841 AC1200 dual band router. This router can provide you with speeds of up to 1200 Mbps. So this router is equipped with multi-user MIMO technology, which allows you to distribute the router's resources to let multiple wireless clients use the Wi-Fi network efficiently. So if you turn to the back of the box, you'll find a detailed description of the various features. So let's just open up the box to check out the contents. And here we have our router. So let's take it out of its packaging. As you can see, this router has 4 antennas to avoid any dead spots and give you a wide coverage. It has the WAN port and 4 LAN ports. It also has a WPS and Wi-Fi button and power port. So let's just check out what else we have in the box. So there is this power adapter and the Ethernet cable, which you will use to connect your router to the computer. And also there is some documentation, which includes your quick installation guide, your warranty information, and there is this Wi-Fi configuration card, which has your SSID and password, which you can use to connect to the network. So let's see how to get this router connected. So to begin with, you'll have to take your power adapter and insert the cable in the power port and the other end into the wall socket. Then you have to take your internet service provider cable and insert it into the WAN port. Make sure it's in the right orientation. And lastly, your Ethernet cable, you can insert it in any of these LAN ports. And the other end of this cable, you have to insert it in your laptop or desktop computer, which you're going to connect. And once you put on the power button, your power LED will glow, and also will your WAN LED, and there will also be an LED glowing indicating which LAN port you are connected to. Once it starts emitting the Wi-Fi signal, the Wi-Fi LED will glow, and once you're connected to the internet LED will glow. So let's just quickly go into the computer and configure our router. So to begin with the process, you'll have to open your web browser and go to the address bar and type the IP address 192.168.0.1 and press enter. So you'll be taken to this page. This is your wizard opening page. So you have to click on the start button, select your language as English, press yes, and then click on continue. So you will be asked to select your connection method. So since we are configuring this device as a router, we'll select a wired connection and the work mode as router and click on next. So this is where you'll be asked to select your internet connection type. So for me, it is PPPoE. I'll select that. This information is provided to you by your internet service provider along with your username and password. So you have to enter the username and password provided by your service provider. I'll enter mine. That's my username. And that's the password. So if you're provided with a service name by your service provider, you can enter it here. If not, you can just keep it empty. And then you have to scroll down and click on next. So you'll be taken to this page. Bear in mind that this is a dual band router, so you'll have to make these settings twice, once for the 2.4 GHz network and once for the 5 GHz. So the network name here is something you can change if you want, or you can keep it as it is. And the same goes for the password. It is ideal to change the password to something that is better for you to remember. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'll keep the password and username the same. And then click on next. So here you have to set the details for the 5 GHz network, as I told you before. So again, you can change the name to something of your own choice, or you can keep it as it is. So I'll leave it as it is and go next. So these two sections you can skip. You can press next for both these pages. So this is where you'll be asked to set up your interface password. So this is the password which you'll use to access your router. So set it to something that you can remember. And then press next. So you'll be shown a summary of all the settings that you have just made. Just cross check, just see whether you've got everything right. And once you're sure, click on apply. This might take a while. So as you can see, it is saying that it is applying the settings. So just sit back and relax while it does the job. So as you can see, your configurations have been applied. So you can click on next. And now you can connect to the new Wi-Fi connection which you have just applied. Select the name of the network and type in the new password that you have set. And click on join. And then check again. So once your device is configured, it is going to check for a firmware update, and you can see you have a new firmware update available. So you can get your firmware upgraded right now, or you can also do it at a later time. So for now, I'm going to skip that, but it is advisable for you to do it. So connection to the internet is configured and ready to use. So you have to click on finish, and that will take you to this page that essentially concludes our configuration. But just to check whether everything is fine, we'll go to the router setup page again. And if you go to the summary section, you will see that the connection type is PPPoE, it is connected, and the IP address is showing. And just to be absolutely certain that your internet is working, open a new tab and open any website. I'll open the D-Link website. And it is working. So this is exactly how easy it is to set up your device as a router. So let's just quickly go ahead and see how we can set up the same device as a repeater. So similar to our previous setup, we have to go ahead and open the web browser. Go to the address bar and type the IP address 192.168.0.1 and press enter. You will be taken to this wizard page just like before. So click on the start button and select your language as English and press continue. So you'll be asked to select your connection method, and since we are configuring it as a repeater, we'll select Wi-Fi and select the mode as repeater mode and press on next. So in this section, you have to allocate an IP address to your repeater. You can do this automatically or you can do it manually. But we recommend that you do it manually because then you can use the same IP address to access the configuration of your repeater. If you do it automatically, then you won't have to enter anything. It will just do everything else for you. But if you want to do it manually, there are a few ways to do it. So if you're on a Windows computer, you can open command prompt and type ipconfig, and you'll get the IP address of the network that you're connected to and wish to repeat. If you're on a Mac computer, you can go into your network preferences, and in the advanced section, you'll find a TCP IP tab. where you can find the IP address of your main router to which you are connected to. If you are on a cell phone, you can select the network that you are connected to and wish to repeat, and check out the properties or details depending upon what model you are using, and you will get the IP address. So while setting the IP address for your repeater, you have to use an IP address in the same range. So for me, the IP address of my main router is 192.168.43.1. So for my repeater, I'll use an IP address 192.168.43.10. And in the gateway IP address, you have to enter the IP address of your main router, which for me is 192.168.43.1. You have to keep the subnet mask as it is. Then click on next. So then you'll be taken to this page where you have to select the network which you have to connect to. So you'll get a list of all the wireless networks which are available to you. And from that list, you'll have to select the network which you wish to connect to and repeat. That is your main router. So my Wi-Fi network that I wish to repeat is this Redmi. So I'm going to click on that. So as you can see, all the details have been automatically picked up. The network authentication, the SSID. Only thing I have to enter is the password. So you have to enter the password of your original Wi-Fi connection and press next. So here you'll get the setup for your 2.5 gigahertz network. You can rename your network or keep it the same, change the password or keep it as it is, your choice. Make sure that you remember. So I'm changing my network name so that there is no confusion. Make sure that your original network name and your repeater network has to have a distinctly different name. Also set up a password that you can remember. I have set it as D-Link 1234 and I'm going to press next. Similarly, you will have to do all these settings again for the 5 gigahertz network. So for now, I'll keep both these things the same and press on next. So after that, you'll be prompted to set up a password for your interface, just like before. So you set up a password of your own choice, which you'll use to configure your device. Press next. Again, you will be provided with a summary of all your settings. Just check your settings once again and click on apply. And you're essentially done with the setup. So it will take some time for the settings to take effect. It will apply the settings. So as you can see, it says that the configurations have been applied. So you can go ahead, find your network and connect to it. And it asks for the password. You enter the password that you just set and click join. And click next. So once everything is set, you can go to the IP address of your repeater, that is 192.168.43.10. So you'll have to sign up here where the username by default is admin, and you have to enter the password that you have set as your interface password. So once you've done that, click on login, and then you'll be taken to this page where you can find the summary of your connections. You can see here that your 5 gigahertz network, the status is on, it's broadcasting, and so is your 2.5 gigahertz connection. Also, your device mode is set as extender since we have configured it as a repeater, and we are connected to our network. So everything looks perfect. So let's just go ahead, open a new tab and try to open a website. So I'll open the D-Link website. And here we go. As you can see, the internet is up and running. So this is exactly how easy it is to set up your device as a repeater. So go ahead, happy surfing and have a nice day.